All the 529 cases that were brought to our tribunal have now been settled. Just a few rulings that are left. Verbal rulings, I think the last verbal rulings will be this afternoon. Then the final written rulings will be available on Sunday. We are going to try as much as possible to communicate through our website, which is jubileepamoja.co.ke. I wanted to draw the attention of the public that all kinds of Jubilee websites have been established, which are not the official website, and sometimes wrong information by detractors and some of our opponents and some of our enemies are appearing in those Jubilee websites, which are not the official websites. So our official website is jubileepamoja.co.ke. Now, on the issue of the certificates, I want to be able to confirm that we'll start issuing the certificates tomorrow with the Kiambu, Nyeri, Embu, Nakuru, and then Saturday will be in Muranga, Kirinyaga, and then some will be on Monday, Isiolo, Kitui, etc. What is happening is that we have this timetable, and it is going on our website in the next few minutes, so that anybody who wants to verify where we'll be issuing the certificates, then we can be able to work on that. Just a few things. First of all, I'd like to apologize to our aspirants for the delays in the certificates. I can assure you that only 2 certificates have been issued so far, and that is for the president and the deputy president. Nobody else has had a certificate. Now, from my experience in the political arena, we knew that if we issued these certificates piecemeal, then it was going to be an arena for a lot of problems. There will be all kinds of fake certificates circulating, and there will even be a secondary market for certificates. This is unfortunately one of the challenges we have in our country, that we have some very creative people that could have created that certificate. The certificates are very detailed. They have, I wish I had a copy here to show you, but they're under lock and key, and the person who has got the key, unfortunately, is not here now. But the certificate, all our certificates have got serial numbers, very unique to the person who has got that certificate. The next thing is that the certificates are printed on, the names are printed on the certificate. So it is not handwritten certificate, it is machine generated certificate. So that then we are just reducing the number of fraud which can take place. Then the next thing is that each certificate has got the ID card number of the person who that certificate is being issued to. And it is on security paper, which means that then if somebody really wants to go and do something which will look genuine, then they really have to try very hard. But even more important is that the list that we are submitting to the IBC has got that unique serial number, which means that nobody can just appear with a certificate and claim that they have a genuine certificate. The certificate has got a serial number, it has got the ID number, it's got the name of the person, and according to that serial number, that is also what has been submitted to IBC, which means that on the day people are appearing with the certificates at the IBC, then we'll have less confusion. We employed as many resources as we could to ensure that all these things tally. We thought that we were going to be ready with it on Tuesday, but unfortunately, because we are talking in terms of close to 1,900 certificates, the MCAs alone are 1,450, and then of course the senators, governors, the women reps, when you add that, is quite a lot of numbers which had to be verified. It was not the signature. The signature is just a final crown on the whole process, because we had people to verify the names, verify the IDs, and verify the results from the various seats that were contested, and then also ensure that the declared result is what we have there. And if the result was challenged by anybody which was still at our disputes tribunal, then we had to get the ruling from the dispute tribunal, so that then the name which is there is what has also been declared by the dispute tribunal. And then after that, if the case went to the political parties dispute tribunal, then again we had to see the ruling from there. So the actual piece of paper which you receive, which is signed, is the process is emanating from a long and detailed process. So we want to apologize that we were not able to finish this by Tuesday as we had wished to do, but we finished by last night, and therefore they're available for dispatch to the different counties where they'll be distributed. I think that's all I have to say. One more thing I want to say is that, of course, there are all kinds of conmen who are now taking money from people, cheating them that, oh, you know, if you give something, we have contacts at the headquarters and we can get your name changed. That is not what is going on. What was going on was this very detailed verification which had to take place. I also want to make an announcement on a personal note that, of course, there are people who have gone as far as registering some telephone numbers using my name and soliciting money from people using the name Raphael Tuju. I've already reported this to Safaricom and all these other service providers of telephone services. This is something which has happened to me before. There are people who are using, WhatsApp. I've seen some of them with my name and picture. I've seen some of the, Facebook with my name and picture. I just want to tell everybody that it's all false. I've seen also people started Twitter addresses using again my name and a few others in the party. So please don't fall for all these conmen asking for money and pretending that they can help in any given way. I think that's all I have to say. I'll invite 3 questions or 4, and then we can take it up from there. No questions, great. I can go for lunch. There are no questions.
How many certificates?
Well, I don't have the exact number offhand, but is about close to 1,800 or thereabout. Yes. Any other questions? No questions? Yes. That's a very good question. The party list are going to be presented, and there are set criteria. Those are going to be announced as quickly as possible. I don't want to give another date because, again, we are looking at criteria. There are those which are reserved for women. There are those which will be reserved for the physically challenged or blind, and all kinds of challenges, and there are those which the party may have some latitude as to what to do. We want to have a very objective criteria. There are those which we have to also consult with our leaders in the counties. Like when you're talking about MCA nominated positions, we cannot do it from headquarters because the governors have to be consulted. We are coming up with transparent criteria so that then everybody is aware of what it is that we're doing. Yes. I would say that we want to issue the certificates in the counties first, but of course if for some reason somebody was not in the county at the time of issuing the certificate, we cannot leave them in the county. So we'll have to come back with those certificates so that then we can issue them from the headquarters. Again, doing it at the counties, we're doing it with officers of the National Elections Board and our own regional directors, because we don't want a situation that people say that their certificate got lost, so their certificate was given to the right person. So it's a very, very controlled process. We think that it's better to be on the better side of caution than trying to speed it up, because if anything, as far as the IBC is concerned, the time of presenting the certificates by the nominees will be after the 25th of this month. I think 28th to be specific.